I don't want to hate him. That's what the answer is, heretic. I don't want to hate him. Somebody changed their name. I'm not falling for the Keemstar trick fucking 15 times, all right?
No, that's really him.
No, it isn't.
I swear.
Oh, I'll put him in.
He has the rose.
Isn't that way? All right. Oh, really? It really hit? Okay. All right, Keem. Hello?
Hello.
How you been?
Good. So what's going on with BOWBLAX? What did he do in a nutshell?
He backstabbed me. He said I said a bunch of rotten stuff about autistic people, and I was just cracking jokes and stuff like that. Shit I always do with them. There's no reason. I bet you want to talk about H3, though. You don't want to talk about BOWBLAX, do you?
Well, I do want to talk about H3, but first I want to talk about BOWBLAX because Nick reminded me of this. I almost forgot about it. I don't remember what the story was, but we were trying to get some type of like proof of a screenshot or something. And BOWBLAX's girlfriend had the proof. She had the screenshot. So I DM'd her and I was like, look, can I please get a proof of this conversation or whatever? And she was like, I will, but you have to hire me on DRAMAALERT. She was literally blackmailing a story to me in order to get her on fucking DRAMAALERT and get her hired. And then she went and told BOWBLAX that wasn't true and lied to him. So I'm fucking tweeting out like, yo, this girl's trying to blackmail me. And BOWBLAX is like, you're lying. And then she had a fucking come to Jesus moment and then admitted that she was lying to BOWBLAX about trying to get a job at DRAMAALERT. And at that time, BOWBLAX was fucking dunking on DRAMAALERT saying it's not going to be the #1 news show and blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Dude, it was fucking hilarious.
I know about that. And by the way, Keem's telling the truth 100%. Yeah. And it made everybody, because Doc, you know about that, Doc. If I had to defend BOWBLAX a little bit, it's just that he doesn't have a fucking girlfriend and that girl was really leaning on him. But that's the difference. I get the fact that she was using him, right? Because he really wanted a girlfriend. But to sit there and lie, you were trying to get her on DRAMAALERT. It's just that simple. You know,
it was absolutely ridiculous.
He'll say anything. He'll do anything under any circumstances. Go ahead.
But as far as H3H3 goes, look, dude, it's a fair question. Do I think that he ran and told Susan, hey, this video is bad? I don't know. It's like 50-50. Either he did or he didn't. I don't know. There's no way to know, right? But it's a fair question based on YouTube saying, after talking to creators, we decided the harassment was out of control. We needed to do something. Well, that was one of the videos that went down. So it's just a fair question. The way he keeps dodging it and the way he like tried to like call me KLEIN and just all the dude, the greatest thing is like him on his podcast, like trying to play it off like it's not affecting him. Dude, you can tell he's fucking steaming. He's so fucking angry that I even proposed the question. This guy literally thinks for forever, H3H3 has constantly thought he is better than everyone else. He thinks he's a better person than everyone else, and it's hilarious.
Do you think Nick had a theory that he may have? Are you familiar with the prison term dry snitch? It's when like you accidentally rat on somebody, but you didn't mean to rat. Do you think he might have made a crack about it, and they took him literally, and now he's just embarrassed about it? Because that's the vibe. Do you really believe Ethan wanted the platform change? I don't think he wants the result. I mean, I can't imagine he would want the result that happened. He makes fun of people's attributes all the time. Do you think he went in there, shot his mouth off, complained about the video, and they took it? Oh, this is H3H3.
I can't see him going in and saying, I want this video removed or this video is horrible. But like what you're saying with the dry snitch, like, you know, maybe Susan brings up, hey, we're making some changes on YouTube. We need to take down some videos that are harassing. And like Ethan might have said something hypothetically like, I know it's crazy some of the stuff that's up there. There's a video with a guy pointing a gun at my head in the thumbnail, and that's allowed, you know, that type of shit, right? I can't see him running and crying like a little kid. That wouldn't be his style.
No, it sucks. Do you remember when we were having him on Baited? I can't remember if it made the cut or not, but he said, remember when he said that he could like kind of end Leafy, but he wouldn't because it would ruin the message? Do you think that could be an aspect of it? He doesn't want to engage with you because I don't see at this point. It sounds kind of stupid, to be honest with you. I'm just throwing this out there. I don't necessarily believe this. Like, he doesn't want to argue with Keemstar because it makes him look ridiculous. But then again, he did call you a clown, and that's just schoolyard shit. I don't know. Like I'm trying to help the
What's
guy.
hilarious is he didn't even make the joke. Like H3H3 has been known for like stealing jokes and pretty much not being funny. He didn't even make the little video that he posted. His worker did. He literally went to his worker and was like, make a video calling Keem a clown. Like
right after you did a clown commercial goofing on yourself. You know, that's why it was so weird, because you did the cosmetic thing, and like you've already called yourself a clown. I mean, I didn't really get it. You know.
Well, let's think about it. What is Teddy Fresh, right? Is Teddy Fresh not clown clothes? Bright colors, like hoodies. Like, I swear to God, he sells fucking clown merch. Like,
so that's how much money did you make on that?
Oh, dude, they're set for life now. Like
the clown thing?
That Teddy Fresh brand has been so successful.
No,
that's literally all his income.
The clown makeup is part of that? How much money did you make on that? The clown makeup?
I can't say, but I did very well. I did surprise. I was planning on losing money, and I did not lose money.
It was too good to lose through the video. It was too fucking funny. I like that shit. It was pretty good. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I really don't want to. I don't think Ethan is a nuisance to the platform. I think he's not a big SJW. I don't appreciate when people say he pulls the Jew card. I've never seen him do it, but I do think your question's legit. I think the question is legit, and it just makes him look worse when he just kind of tries to change the subject. You know, it's like
the one thing that's true about Ethan is like he never forgives, and he like has enemies like forever, right?
Yeah.
I'm very similar, so I think we'll be at war for pretty much ever. But I do have to clown on him for his podcast. If you watch Ethan Klein's podcast, if you watch H3H3, the man fucking glitches in real time. He'll be sitting there and he'll have a thought and he won't be able to fucking get it out. He won't be able to talk and he'll just stutter, and then he'll go to his script. I mean, imagine having a fucking podcast where you have a fucking script, all right? He has a scripted topic, a scripted point, and a scripted opinion on his laptop. And if you don't believe me, watch any H3H3 podcast. He'll fucking look at his computer, tell the topic, look at his computer, tell the points, look at his computer, and then give his opinion. It's all on the fucking laptop. He can't just talk. He can't just fucking speak his mind.
I gotta be honest with you. I do that too some shows, depending on what I'm doing. I can't.
Yeah, but do you go as far as put your opinion?
No, I don't script an opinion. No, because I know what I'm gonna say. But in order to, if I have a tendency to like go off, you know, so I need those. Like sometimes the notes are just one word. It keeps me leveled. You know, so I don't know. I can't get him on that, you know. But, you know, you really don't think his opinions are you trying to say his opinions aren't his own? I don't get that opinion. I don't agree with him much. He's a little too liberal for me.
Well, no, he follows whatever's popular, and then he'll be like, "Yeah, that's what I'm with."
Do you think so?
Oh yeah, that was the other thing. Yeah. He criticized me for talking about Jake Paul and Rice Gum, which he tried to do like a year ago. What, motherfucker? You do too. You talk about all that shit too. What are you saying?
He does YouTube drama. There's no doubt about it. I don't see. I hate the word YouTube drama. It's your fault, by the way, because you named it Drama Alert. But I mean, it's not called drama like with the normies. They just call it like a TMZ or what do you call it? Tabloid stuff. Why can't the internet have a tabloid section? I don't understand why not. Why is it beneath everybody? Everybody reads the tabloids, but nobody admits they do. I mean, I don't understand. There's such it's just YouTube drama. Well, YouTube drama is politics. Politics are interesting. I don't know. I don't know why he thinks he's above it. He clearly said that to us when we did the baited thing. But I guess I think he's done a lot of great things to this platform. I think you would agree with that. I think he's created a lot of great content.
Oh yeah, dude, I absolutely loved when H3H3 fought for our rights. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
He stood up and he said, "Look at fair, like this is fair use. We need to do something." And he went to court and he raised a bunch of money to protect everybody on the platform. He had this fund, right? And then all the money disappeared. Where'd the fucking money go? Where'd the money go? I got a copyright claim. H3H3, where's that money? I donated $2,000 to it. Fucking Leafy donated $1,000. Where is the money? Where did the fucking money go? Gila, where's Gila? Did you use that money to fucking launch your goddamn clown clothing brand? Where is the money in the fund to protect all of us from copyright?
Yeah,
Where is it? How come this is not brought up? How come nobody talks about this?
I don't know. Like, I'm sorry. I can understand why he ignores you sometimes, but like the question, just because the question's coming out of your mouth doesn't make it illegitimate. So that this is like the smart thing to do. If you don't want to get in drama, don't answer Keemstar. I get that part. All right, I support him on that. But at the same time, it doesn't change the question. I'd like to know where the money that was supposed to be for all of us. You're absolutely right. It was a really great idea.
All that money just disappeared, and like, you know, what he did to cover that up, his whole argument was he uploaded a video and he was like, look at my legal bill. It's over $100,000. So the money that was supposed to go for everyone else went to him. And at the same time, not only did he have his legal bill to fight that paid for, he also got a fucking, do you remember he got a skin deal with a gaming company, and he came out with a certain skin and made a shit ton of money from that.
Yeah.
I know a lot about the gaming industry.
Sure, I know.
And I know how much money like skin deals will make.
Yeah.
He got 100% of his skin deal in that fucking game. I can't remember the name, but Payday. It was Payday, exactly. And that motherfucker got a huge payday. He profited. I'm telling you right now, I'm almost certain, if I were to guess based on the numbers, because I'm only guessing, I don't have the stats, no one does, only Ethan knows, but I'm almost sure he fucking profited from being fucking sued.
Well, yeah, it's a bold statement. Look, let me switch this. Let me question you for a little bit. I've always felt like, I'm not saying any of your questions are illegitimate, right? And you don't have to answer this if you don't want to, because it has nothing to do with what you're talking about. Did he do something to you? Because you do have a history. When somebody pisses you off or they hurt your feelings, you're like me. You want to get them back. You know, was there something done to you?
To me, 100%.
What did he do?
100%. So we had him on Bait It podcast. All right.
I remember that.
It was a very successful show. Very, very good. Ethan did very well on it.
Yeah, dude, it got us to the next level too. That made us like legit. That made us like legit. I remember that.
Ethan had a very strong performance on Bait It. Congrats off to him. But what he saw is he saw how successful we were, and then he launched his own podcast.
Okay, fair enough.
I was like, I was the third guest on his podcast.
Yeah,
I was the third one on. So I went down there, and I went down there with I brought Chad with me and Andy Milonakis, and we showed up and we did the podcast, and it was great. They were both lovely to me. It was fun, dude. It was like I was just chatting with a friend.
Cool.
All right. It was great. It was great. We walked away. The podcast came out really fucking good. It was authentic. It wasn't Keemstar the entertainer. It was more Dan Keem on there. Gotcha. And it just came out really fucking good. And I loved it and really appreciated him giving me the platform and like calming down like all the drama that was going on and just talking about me, the person. It was, I really appreciated it. We get back, right? He uploads the fucking podcast. And obviously, I'm a controversial figure. This is coming right out of the 2016 exposed Keemstar train, right? So he got a little bit of hate, all right? Like, I would say 10% dislikes.
You always get hate.
In the
I could back this up. It doesn't matter. If me and you are fighting and then you come on, I'm going to get a bunch of hate tonight. It's guaranteed. Guaranteed. I'm a sellout. I'm a traitor just for letting you talk. So I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So he got that, right? And so what he did is he left a comment on that fucking podcast saying, look, I know a lot of you guys hate Keemstar. I hate him too. Or we hate him too. Him and Hila hate me too. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm in the DMs talking with this guy. Like, I thought we were like kind of building somewhat of a friendship.
What happened before that, though? What happened before Baited? Because you guys were kind of iffy on that show, if I remember correctly. You had some.
I defended Leafy. And I thought that he backstabbed Leafy.
He never talked to Tommy. You know that? Do you remember that? I don't think that made the cut.
Oh yeah.
He never talked to Tommy.
There's a lot about h3h3 that's just a complete fraud. Like, look, let's think about it. Who has he backstabbed? All right. I don't know if you can say he backstabbed me because I didn't know that, you know, if we were actually friends, but we talked a lot or whatever. But, you know, it was shady what he did, saying, oh, I hate him after he's being so nice to me.
He was trying to circumvent the hate. You can't circumvent hate. Sometimes you just got to deal with it. You know what I mean? You know,
yeah. I mean, he cucked to his fans, really, right? So whatever. I don't know if you want to call that a backstab or not. But him and Leafy were, you know, fucking talking, helping each other grow their YouTube channels. Like, and now all of a sudden he makes an exposed video on Leafy. Why did he make the exposed video on Leafy? Because it was on Reddit. Like
Yeah.
whatever happens on Reddit and whatever the opinion of Reddit is the opinion of H3H3. Don't believe me? Do some fucking research.
Yeah.
Whatever Reddit says is what Ethan Klein says. Like
But-
they go hand in hand. The kid lives on fucking Reddit. So this #1 exposed video on Leafy was on Reddit. So he goes and fucking backstabs Leafy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you got to remember the #1 fucking thing that was on Reddit was PewDiePie saying the N-word. And guess what H3H3 did? Oh yeah, what he did was so wrong.
I disagree
what
with
he
you
did
there.
was so
I
horrible.
know, I disagree with you there. I disagree. What he said, I got in a fight with you over this, if you remember correctly. Here's what I think he said. I'm not bare. I don't think anything else he said. But what he said was, "Come on, you're the leader of the platform. Can you do a little better?" That's all he said. That it was just a criticism. I really think it was. I totally believe he was just criticizing.
He was starting to get. This is the truth, right?
That was not that was a big fuck up on Buttes' part. Not that I can't forgive him, but I mean you can't say the N when you're playing PUBG and call another player. I mean you can't do it. You know that. You still have to deal with that shit.
I understand. I'm not defending PewDiePie, but hear me out, right?
Okay.
He just started his podcast. The podcast was going for like maybe 3 or 4 months. All right. He's starting to realize, holy shit, I can make a lot of money from this with brand deals because that's what podcasts do, right? They bring in brands, right? Mm-hmm. And so he fucking pulled an SJW card and backstabbed his friend to kind of get away from the fact that he was saying the N-word. He was trying to distance himself from having iDubbbz on and him saying the N-word multiple times on his own show.
Yeah,
he was trying to make that move. It's all about the fucking money.
Yeah, I don't know. That I think is a reach. I mean, that's your opinion. You're entitled to it.
JonTron too.
But the
JonTron.
Yeah.
JonTron people don't know this. They forget. JonTron literally created Ethan and Gila's career.
Yeah, I did know that. Yeah.
They used to work for JonTron.
Mm-hmm.
Like JonTron did everything for him, and Ethan threw that guy under the fucking bus. I'm telling you, Ethan Klein is a fucking snake.
But I mean, there was nothing to criticize. Snake. There was nothing to criticize. See, I thought that was a criticism thing too, because JonTron, I think he went on debated with Destiny, the Twitch streamer, right? And he said some pretty crazy stuff. I didn't feel like he threw him on the bus. I thought he criticized. You know, look, JonTron was hopelessly out of his league. I think he was hanging out with Sargon on the time. And I don't think he's racist. I think he totally meant well. But he kind of got trapped by Destiny, who's an experienced debater.
100% fair point. I'm not saying that these people are innocent. I'm not saying that PewDiePie or JonTron didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
They definitely did. But based on the relationship with H3H3, why does he throw them under the bus? Like, okay, go watch the JonTron episode when he came on like a year after the incident on the H3H3's podcast, and H3H3 keeps on trying to get him to talk about it. Mm-hmm. JonTron took a break to get away from that situation. He fucked up. He had to separate himself from this horrible situation that he put himself in, right? Mm-hmm. He goes on to H3H3's podcast with the hopes to like build up his fucking career. And H3H3 is like, so let's talk. You want to talk about the racist thing you did? And JonTron's like, I would prefer if we didn't. And Ethan keeps pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. This man fucking gave you a career on this platform, and you're trying to fucking milk him to make your podcast get more fucking views. Like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Well,
there is no loyalty with this motherfucker at all.
You have to be able to criticize your friends and argue with your friends. You can't always turn around like you criticize me, so you backstab me. But I do get what you're saying. There is a line with this shit.
So do you think? Let me ask you a question. Sure. Do you think it's easy to assume that JonTron said to H3H3 before the podcast, "Hey man, I'll come on, but I just don't want to talk about the drama"?
I don't want to speculate, but I'm sure it's plausible.
I could see it.
Yeah, exactly. Of course that happened. Yeah. JonTron was trying to avoid that and start his career. He's not going to tell his good friend Ethan Klein, "Hey man, like I don't want to talk about this," before he goes on his show. Of course he did. Like, it's so easy to assume that he did. And here Ethan is pushing it and pushing it. And JonTron's just sitting on like fucking, his face is turning red. He's just sitting there, or I think it was like bright white. His face turned bright white. Yeah. I remember this. And he was just like, yeah, I don't want to talk. I prefer if we didn't. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. And Ethan just keeps pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. It's like, I'm telling you right now, Ethan Klein is not a good person. He's kind of snaky, and I'll probably hate him forever.
I wish I could talk to him because I thought I got along really good with him, but I don't know. I don't know. Can I ask you one more thing that has nothing to do with this? Do you remember? I've talked about it in the show 1,000 times. Do you remember when we took a break in the beta thing and Hilla started lecturing you? KEEMSTAR, you know, you used to be crazy, and I hope you changed for this time and this time. And she did it for like 10 times, like 10 minutes straight, and I could hear the veins popping out of your fucking head.
You know what was so great about that is because H3H3 is constantly telling everyone, like when he fucks up, he's like, "Oh, it's because Keela went out of town," right? Like, I feel like Keela talks to H3H3 like that, to Ethan like that, like every day,
like an old Jewish mother, right? Like an old Jewish mother, yeah. Because she was lecturing the shit. I want to believe that you have changed because you were crazy a couple months ago. Just crazy. I hope you get better. And you couldn't say anything because you knew how important the fucking interview was.
Oh, dude, it was.
I was laughing my ass off. I was literally in pain. Like I wanted to say something so bad. Oh god, to this day it's the funniest thing that ever happened to the internet. Because I'll give you this is the only time in your life that I've seen you take it.
Yeah, I mean, well, at the end of the day, like I think everyone loves Hila, right? It's hard to not like her, right? And not respect her. She just seems like such a easygoing, nice person, right? But it's like you also need to understand, like, there are guys that go to the beaches with puppies. Why do they go to the beaches with puppies?
To get
chicks. They pick up girls, right? Yeah. Like Ethan Klein's puppy is Hila, right? He can fuck up a million times, but his little puppy is right next to him with her puppy eyes, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, they're all right. I guess you know what I mean. Like that always happens with them, right? It's like you fucking hate Ethan, you hate what he just said, you disagree with him, but you got this fucking puppy eye, like bitch over here, like, oh, hi guys, like, and you just love her. You know?
I don't know, but like I don't know, like your relationship with your girlfriend, but like. You need somebody. That's kind of the reason to get married. You need somebody to reel you in. I mean, I'm sure she's a big I don't think she gets enough credit because nobody knows what she does behind the scenes. I think it's H3H3. It's not Ethan Klein. I think she's probably able to reel him in, and yeah, she probably can bring some heat off him because she's just the greatest. She's the coolest, you know. She's ex-military. She's ex-military too. You know that. I mean, she knows how to lead. She probably knows how to follow. I don't know.
Well, she's not ex-military in the sense that you're an ex-military.
Well, no, she's Israeli. I got to be honest with you. She was in the Israeli army, and those girls have a tougher basic training than our girls do, right? And they probably see, because it's smaller. I wouldn't be surprised if she was in more, because I know a guy in the Israeli army. I would not be surprised if she got more mortar attacks than I did when I was in Iraq. I'm not even kidding you. It's that crazy over there.
Probably. But let me finish my point. I mean, you chose to be in the military, and in Israel, everyone is forced to be in the military.
Yeah, there's some truth in that. But you don't know that she didn't love it, though. I mean, I know a lot of guys that were there because they stole something, and some judge made them go. So, you know, and they ended up liking the military. I thought she was, I don't know. I'm not going to say anything bad about Hilla. I think she's a sweetheart, and she gave me the funniest moment. All right, man, I'm going to read the donation.
To be honest, I like her too, and honestly, really that's like cool. Part of the reason why I like Ethan Klein. Like this manipulation of using his wife just works. It
you think really he's losing his wife, or you think his wife is in charge? That's a big difference. You know,
like she's in charge. I mean, he would be a mess without her. He's even admitted that, right? Like she's making some smart moves.
Yeah, my wife's an accountant.
Like I love how the fact that Ethan Klein came out with a clothing brand and he told everyone, because he's in controversy, right? He gets hate, right? So he tells everyone it's Hila's brand. It's Hila's brand. Like always, to the point where now I'm saying it's Hila's brand, but it's really his brand. Like let's be honest, it's fucking his brand.
Yeah, well, he's the face. He's the face of H3H3, so.
Yeah. It's what it is. Anyhow, I gotta go because
I gotta
Jake Paul.
I gotta read some donations, man. Thanks for calling in. I do appreciate it.
Jake Paul's fighting Gibb January 30th. You heard it here first.
BOWBLAX said he raped somebody. You better go look into it.
Damn it!
KEEMSTAR, everybody.
About Blade.
What? Oh, no. I'm glad you didn't. I'm glad you didn't, because the Blade situation is like, oh, okay, funny. Only lose me. It's only lose me legs is only funny until he loses his legs. And
No,
I don't know.
it's guaranteed it's gonna happen.
Yeah, yeah, it's like a weird thing. Like, yeah, all right, you can sit there and say, all right, he asked for it, you know.
I just want to know when the last time he talked to him was.
How could he talk to him? The guy's throwing dogs around the place. Keem's back.
Welcome back.
Yo, real quick.
Go ahead.
So I got off and I heard you say, ask about Only Use Me Blade. All right.
All right.
Two things.
Do you want to talk about that? Because that's personal. I'm not going to fucking fuck with you.
No, I am going to talk about it because there's an update because I literally just texted him. But two things real quick. One, I am a fucking good friend to my friends.
I know you are.
I fucking got that kid sober twice over 30 days and he just went back drinking again or whatever. But I have been messaging him for the last couple of months trying to get him to the doctor or whatever. And I just messaged him now and I said, please go to the doctor because of what you guys just said. I just messaged him again. Please go to the doctor for the untreated diabetes. You're going to lose your legs or whatever. And he literally is sending me pictures. He is at the doctor's right now getting treatment. So
yeah, he's it the other day.
Well, I know you.
Yeah,
I know you love him because
doctor.
When you cheated me out of that fucking Tonka Worski money, I noticed it was his PayPal. I know, and I also remember you trying to help him when I was with you as well. And I actually like Brian. I think he's like, I have to admit, I always laugh at him when he's drunk, you know. But I mean, he's not entertaining. But like the Brian I watched play Call of Duty a couple years ago, and the guy now, it's just, it's hard to watch, dude. I mean, I made fun of him.
Blade is Blade is a very, very smart. Like, people don't know this. He's a very, very intelligent, smart, great guy. Sober. He's a complete idiot drunk. Yeah. Like, it is what it is.
He just has to quit drinking. He could never drink again.
It just is what it is.
All right, man.
And then I really have to go because I have to make a podcast, a drama alert. But just one more thing I just want to say, just so we're all on the same page.
Sure.
What do Tommy C and BOWBLAX have in common?
What?
I both made your careers. See ya.
Good timing.